Hey everybody, it's Cam. Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk some stocks. So today's March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. A pretty slow morning. Pre-market was pretty slow, but things picked up in the midday with NFT stocks taking off, and then Jerome Powell spoke at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific with their rate data come out, and his press conference afterwards that sent the market to new all-time highs in the S&P 500 and the Dow, and just about everything went from red to green on that move. So everything on my watch list, all big tech, everything was red besides the Dow. Dow was barely break even, and everything took off like a rocket. Bitcoin followed the markets up back into 58K range right now. So like they've been saying for the last year, buy the dip. More money's coming in. They said inflation is below their target levels. They didn't see rates increasing until 2023. Well, 4 out of the 12 said by 2022, 7 out of the 12 said by 2023, and of course the news says the majority doesn't say it till 2023. But that's here nor there. But the market reaction is very positive on this, and looks be like we're back in bullish mode. S&P 500 could break that 4,000 level by the end of the week. So we'll start looking at NFT stocks, as that's what ran early this morning. Or I shouldn't say early, around 8 a.m. So NFTs, you know what they are. They're non-fungible tokens. They're really heating up on social media. Gary Vee's talking about them a lot. A piece of artwork became an NFT and sold for $69 million recently. So basically, it's basically digitizing ownership for art, trading cards, basically everything. I saw a post on Twitter that somebody has an NFT for a digital house, so somebody could pay a mortgage on a digital house. But they're heating up. The NBA, the first I heard about it was actually the MLB started last year, didn't really take off, but the NBA NFTs have taken off this year. And I have several friends that are involved with that. But we'll go to the stocks. So TKAT, Takung Art, was a company I talked about on this move from Monday. So on Monday, well, even last week, got this uptick, from the low 2s up into the 4s. Monday we took off racing from 3.9 all the way to 9.3, and then yesterday we put an inside bar. All right, so Monday had increased volume, 8 million, 8.8. Yesterday 2.3. Today, rocket ship 66 million shares. So here's a kind of a 3-bar play sandwich. So you get a breakout bar, pull back inside, top gets broken out. I didn't see the move until about 8:30. I heard that the Fed speech would get moved up to, it would have been 8:55 here on the West Coast. So I went and grabbed some food real quick, and then when I came back, I saw that this had taken off like a rocket. So look at the 5-minute chart. So about 8:15, it took off. Didn't even touch the 9 EMA on the 5-minute until 9:30, and incredibly bullish all day. Pull back to 22 here. If you go out to the 15-minute, right? So zoom out here. 15-minute, we didn't even touch the pull back into the 15 until 10:45, and basically wicked it 3 times in a row, right? So the wick sends us up higher. Hit a high of 24.9 in the power hour. Pulled back a little out into the close, but still closing up very close to its high. Closed at 22.6, so up 277% on the day. So almost 3 times your money on the stock. So could this thing go higher? Yes, very much so. It's very low float stock. Excuse me. So it's only got 6 million shares in a float. So that's why this thing can move very quickly. And this was obviously the leader in Clubhouse today, up 277%. But other names followed in sympathy. One of those is OCG, so Oriental Culture Holdings Limited. So they basically follow charts very similar on the intraday. We'll go to the daily. So kind of same uptrend, same pattern right here. So big breakout bar, big engulfing. Inside bar here, reduced volume quite a bit from the day before, and then increased volume today on the takeoff. So basically these are all sympathy plays. TKAT was the leader, and then these followed, and the moves were kind of offset, 5-10 minutes at a time. So when the halting was going on in the initial run up here later in the day, It was about 30 seconds to a minute off. On plays what moved, with similar chart structure, really, didn't just hold the 9 on the 5 minute, pulled back to 22 a little bit sooner, but still, if we go out to the 15, right, so we broke through the 15 here at 11, but stayed above it. 30 minute, touched it here 11:30, so multiple time frames where this thing only barely pulled back to the 9 and kept moving higher. So OCG, I actually did not look at the float on it, but I also think it's pretty low, but it's not 6 million. So yeah, it's got a 10 million share float, so another low floater that can move very quickly. And these low floats like to jump in on names or what's moving. One that I'm not going to show the chart of is Sino, S-I-N-O. Sino Global Shipping used to be a shipping company and moved back in the day with Dries. They're a reverse split machine, but they popped after late in the afternoon around 11 when these names started running. They're just going to try to hype, build some money, do a offering, and then reverse split later down the road. So Sino would be one I wouldn't touch, but IMTE was the third one going in the group. So Integrated Media Technology, almost the exact same chart pattern, movements, everything, compared to TKAT, the leader. Bigger pullback on the daily, didn't get as big as a run on Monday, and far less volume, right? So 1 million, 1.5 million, 624,000, then today 26 million, so huge increase on volume. The volume basically overwrites a ton of the previous moves here, but you guys see these fib charts are, I'll just take those off because those are from years ago when this thing's ran. But you see this thing is notorious in the past, huge spike up, pull back next day, go out to the weekly, see something very similar, right? So all the way to 44, pull back, makes a move, pulls back, makes a move, pull back. So we'll see if this will break that pattern or if we'll sell off going into the week. Then we'll check out just Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin's price chart. Alright, so Bitcoin, this is on the daily. So we have been pulling back down in here at the 54K level. Right now we're sitting at 58K. We'll go to the 30 minute. But you'll see here, right about this this candle right here at 18 is it's a 7-hour difference from where I'm at. So this is 11 o'clock hour, so we're sitting right at 55.5K, went up to 58 really quickly. And I've seen other people post stuff about crypto, all the crypto markets up. They're liking it. They're liking liquidity. They know money's going to come into them from the stimulus checks and further buying from the Fed and banks. So with that, the crypto stock names have moved. So the one that moved somewhat the most was SOS. So all crypto names have been selling off a little bit from Friday into this week. But the SOS here up on the daily pulled back into the 9 moving average, respecting that 38.2. And then today, pre-market had been really low, down to 6.4, was downtrending, stayed kind of sideways in the morning, and then basically stair-stepped up. Excuse me, that was a weekly chart there. So on the weekly, pulled back to the 9, but here on the daily, had been respecting the 22 and the 9 moving. You see we poked below the 22 on the open, and we'll get that in the 5-minute chart. But the positive news from the Fed brought in the buyers. You see all the buyers on the candle down here. Candle's green. Volume's not as much as the past few days, but most of it was buying action. Pushes it back up. Closed at 7.81, up 9%. Go check out the 5 minutes here. You see pre-market, pretty noticeable downtrend. Popped on the open, and then as the Fed news came out at 11, right? Good timing too, right? So right at 10:55, we get a doji right into the 9 EMA, pretty good buy signal, and then positive news coming out of the Fed shoots us up higher. So we go from 7.4, touching 7.97 in an hour. So that's what, a 7% move pretty quickly. So we'll look to see if this ignites Bitcoin and the crypto plays going into the week, because we know obviously they can run. And then lastly, we'll look at AMC and Gamestop. We'll go Gamestop first. So got this movement in the morning right after I put out my pre-market video. Broke through that 220 level, got up to 230, and then we just kind of declining tops here, lower highs throughout the day, pulled back into the 220 level and then sold off pretty hard, got all the way down to 204. Did end up having a lot of buying pressure here in the last 5 minutes to close up slightly green, right, up $1.60, so almost 1% at 209. If you just go look at the daily chart now real quick and then go check out AMC, but you see we're basically sitting on this 9 EMA on the daily right at 209. So we'll look to see if this level will hold moving forward, right? And then you can use this candle from yesterday. That's basically a hammer. So, right, price got sold off, buyers came in, buyers still holding this lower level in the low 200s. So look to see if this can create some bullish upward momentum tomorrow with the markets. We'll go to AMC last. So AMC almost had another inside day. The high broke out barely, 13.66. So barely got through the top, 1362. But you see here just considerably less volume than the last 2 days, down to 72 million shares a day from 125 yesterday, but almost all buying. So now really I think this positive play on AMC is this 1360 level breakout, right? So you basically have 2 days in a row where the price is essentially the same, right? You can attribute that 4 cents to a difference in spread. But break of that level, we'll go look to push up to $14 here pretty quick. Just zoom out, you can see the volume, right? So we kind of have a little volume shelf right there at 1375. These, you can't really tell the delineations, but they're 25 cents right here. So if we can get through that level, right, we have a volume decrease. So we'll look to see if this base right here in the 13s acts as a springboard, pushes up back higher. Basically it's a good thing when stocks consolidate in price, right? If you watch Mike Minervini stuff, the VCP, right, you want to see that contraction in price as volume drops, and then you see buyers come in or the sellers come in depending on direction, and the stock moves pretty quickly. So let's see if this can push us right back up to test the high from Friday. But just daily chart, or excuse me, 5-minute chart, see the intraday action. So price picked up right when GameStop did around 540 this morning, pushed on the open, pulled back into the 200 moving average, and then kind of sideways stair stepper up. We had the descending top here in the morning. He called this a breakout right at 11 o'clock on the Fed's news, positive news, put in a new afternoon high, and we use this 22 in the 9 to curl up, and looks like we're moving up even higher right now, already through that 13.6 level here in the after market hours. So this might be a time where you look for an entry here in aftermarket hours to have an overnight play on AMC as a potential gap up play. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. Hope you guys had a good day. If you got anything, let me know in the comments. If you are getting some stuff out of this video, please let me know. And if you could drop a like and a subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks.